What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today in Scrap Mechanic with a project that is just awesome. I mean, I've wanted to do this since we did the one multiplayer Monday challenge, and I finally decided to do it. Now, it's not completely finished yet. There is still a little bit of work to do, but the basic idea is here, and I really wanted to get actually your guys' feedback. But without further ado, this is my version of a sort of automated warehouse type mini game thing. So I really got addicted to playing around with the forklifts, but one of the problems we have with the forklifts is we just had too many crates, and so when you get too many crates in the game, it was extremely laggy. And you can see there, even with this little forklift we've got here, I'm still maintaining a very solid 250 plus frames, which is great considering the amount of stuff that's going on. And we have 4 crates over there. Now, the nice thing about this system is that it'll actually recycle the crates. So I haven't really set up any sort of scoring yet, and this is kind of where I wanted your guys' feedback is, let me know what you think in the comments down below, what kind of a scoring system I should use to make this game. But as it stands right now, we can just come over here, we just, grab a crate here, we'll just line it up perfect, just hit that 1 key to tilt the boom back a little bit, and then we'll hit the 3 key, and that gives us 2 pistons of height. So you've got 3 pistons on the mast. One gives you 1 block, a second one gives you another block, and those 2 can help you get off the lower platforms, and then the final one extends you up to those upper platforms there. And you can see there the green lights are lit up, so we've got to feed this into the loading bay over here. Let's just loop it this way. Now, I did make this forklift pretty closely balanced with the crate, and I did that on purpose. So if you go too quickly or the crate's too far on the end of your forks, you can tip the forklift over. So you do have to kind of drive a little bit carefully, but it is a very, very stable forklift. And you can see there we can just come up here, and we can just drop this, press 1, and then back out there. And perfect, we've just delivered a crate there, back off those sensors, and the system will consume that crate. Now, it doesn't really, there's no point system yet or anything. I mean, we could put a scoring mechanism to count the number of times it retrieves a crate there. You see there, those green lights go off, and we can just go get another crate. It's gonna shove that crate along there, and then it's gonna activate this second piston here, and that's gonna shove the crate hopefully back right to its starting position. They do kind of get caught up there a little bit on the walls. They do run through these little glass channels, but there's no bearings in the system, and that kind of helps reduce the lag. If you try and do this with like conveyor belts and just a ton of bearings in a line, the lag gets insane. So with pistons, we're able to just stack a few pistons on each section, and that allows it. So we can pick up any one of these crates here. So let's just grab this one. And like I said, no real scoring system or anything like that yet. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Let's back her up. But that's what I want you guys to know. Like, I could make this like a time trial thing. I don't really know how to turn it into a game. I would like to have the floor change though. So what I'm gonna do is put like, piston objects below the floor, have walls that come up, and make like a sort of, not really like a maze, but different, warehouse obstacles. Okay, so we've got to go up top there. But, that'll all come later. But I do need to figure out some way to score it. I mean, maybe it could just be, you have a time trial and you have to get as many crates within a certain time. There is a fixed reload on the time between crates. I guess we'll just get this one up here, put that down, back up a little bit, and then we'll just, go up here and just, look at that, push that a little bit more onto that square. And then it'll get lowered down and also consumed by the warehouse machine. Let's go grab a new crate here before that one's done, because takes a while to load it into the system, turn off the lights, and queue up a new one. But you can load up crates into the empty slots. There's no reason why you can't. Sometimes the crates will glitch. Most of the time it's pretty glitch free. Most of the time the crates go to the right spot. You can see there, and they don't jam up. But there is the occasional time where they will jam, and you just gotta, reset their position with the lift. The default position for the crates is all 4 loading bays fully loaded. That's where they want to sit when they're done. They don't like staying on these platforms, and as soon as the platform goes green, it will light up. Now, it is only ever 1 platform at a time, because there's only ever 1 pushing mechanism in the back, so you can't push 2 crates at the same time. Okay, we're just tipping a little too far forward here. Perfect. We'll just back up. Look at that. That's a perfect placement there. I mean, I got addicted to the forklift thing, and I really wanted to just be able to, continuously forklift crates around without having to worry about, breaking the game because I have 300 of them lagging. So definitely need some sort of a mini game aspect to this. But I was just really excited with the whole pushing mechanism. that just goes along and behind there. Let's load this one up here. All right, let's see if you can give me where you're gonna go. So it waits until that piston in the back, the one that's pushing it all along that one edge, it waits until it's fully retracted before it picks a new location. There's a, oh, it picked the same spot. There's a random number generator that's constantly going. It just picks between 1 and 4, and it's really simple. It's just a spinning wheel that gets smacked by another spinning wheel on a series of sensors. Uh-oh, we didn't really put that one down right. Is it gonna make it? No, it got jammed up there a little bit. It's okay, it should redeploy here. It's gonna go now in the second round. That's good. It got jammed up the first time, but that's okay. So it does just repeat on a cycle. It waits basically. There's a system that checks. There's sensors in front of each bay there, you can see, and then there's sensors on each bay. So the sensors on the bay and the sensors off the bay, the ones on the bay have to be lit up, and the ones off the bay have to be unlit for 3 seconds, and then it'll claim the crate. And the reason why is you don't want the forklift forks still stuck in the crate when it tries to take it. So that's why I just decided to do that sensor system there on the floor. And, you know, I'll eventually mark that out with some caution blocks or something. But for now, they all feed into the system. So that one got kind of stuck here. That kind of happens sometimes. Yeah, you can see it's stuck in behind here. So we'll just move this one over here. Yeah, see, it got wedged up against the wall there. It didn't really fit right into the slot. The piston is set to the right distances, but you know, sometimes it gets jammed up. We can just put one here, delete that lift, and we'll just run around back real quick while that 3 seconds is going. And so we can see here what it's doing in the back. This there's a double piston arm there that sort of comes in. One piston goes out, one goes down. They go in, they pull the crate back to this slider, which then lights up a sensor here, which detects on this big long guy, which sends the crate all the way down this little trough to this other system. And the nice thing about this logic is each piece of logic is actually independent of every other piece. They just have a timer to start them, so they all use a 3-second startup timer. And so that causes enough of a delay between systems where this system, its startup timer is going, but you can see there it doesn't, see it got jammed up here too a little bit on that corner. Might need to round these corners out a little bit here. Let's probably have to do that like I've done with these pipe pieces to help feed the boxes. So all these garages and stuff, they are all 1 block bigger, but sometimes because of the bouncing of these crates, you can see there sometimes they'll push just slightly too far past. There you go, that one worked perfect that time. It might look complicated, but they're all just these little contained units. They all use binary logic just to sequence them. I did do controller sequencing, and I know a lot of people are like, why don't you use controller sequencing? I don't like the way controller sequencing doesn't let you have hard cutoff times for things. So like, for example, if you go through a loop, you have to time it so that you finish right when you want the loop to end. And sometimes there's a little bit of an excess time before it actually completes that cycle. And I found with just, you know, timers and binary bits, everything's a little bit more stable. So they all work on the same system really, which is 1 bit per piston. And the 2 elevator ones have elevators, and the 2 door ones have doors. So it's always the same sequence, which is door up or elevator down, then extend piston out, then piston goes down, then retract piston in, then piston goes up, and door goes back down. And that pulls the box onto this sensor, and then all 4 of these sensors just activate this on a 3-second delay, which then says, okay, extend all these pistons out. In turn, pushes the box all the way to here, and then wait a couple of seconds and retract. And then this sensor, same thing, once a box is on here. So we can actually pretend to be a box here. It doesn't really matter. None of these sensors care which garage you have selected because they're all just checking to push this plunger. So we're now a box here. And then we can get to this sensor and just like that. And now we're still a box. And this will push us to the next available garage, which is this this last one apparently. Oh, no, they're all full. Yeah, so if they're all full, it defaults to the last one. It just fills them from right to left, so it's very, very simple system. But again, don't exactly know how to do a scoring. Don't know if I should do a timer or something like that, like you have a certain amount of time. The only issue I have with a timer, of course, is if, let's say it's a certain amount of time the pallet is sitting on the loading dock, I can just take a bunch of them and just, you know, drop them on the ground and then leave them on the ground, and now they're not being timed anymore. So there's a little bit of a flaw there. And that's why I really don't know how to do the scoring system. I think a time trial is probably best, but definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Definitely hit the like button if you guys like this kind of warehouse thing. I love this. I'm having a lot of fun just driving around and doing forklift stuff. And you can also see there that the crates are actually they're kind of nice because you can pick them up from either direction. They're completely symmetrical, so it doesn't matter how they get positioned throughout the system. You can see there, if we drop it, we can just line up the forks to another side. Not exactly realistic to a pallet, but for the purposes of this mini game, I figured it was definitely needed. All right, this is, this is going, oh boy, it's very close to the weight limit when you put it flat like this. You just barely get traction, which makes it hilarious. All right. Hit 2 there, back up a little bit, hit 3, push it, there we go. And then that one should go down. Let's go get another crate. Like I said, guys, I could keep doing this all day. I mean, I definitely need some sort of a scoring system, but this is just a heck of a lot of fun. So I'm not going to upload this yet. I am going to be quick about this build, though. I am going to finish the scoring. The scoring system is really all logic. All the pieces are here in terms of making this work. So once I figure out how I'm going to score this thing, it'll just be a matter of setting up all the logic down underneath it and setting up some of those traps in the floors as well. But again, all logic and just some random motor generators. Oh, we're on the far left this time. But like I said, guys, make sure you hit those buttons down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for more awesome scrap mechanic stuff. I'm really digging this warehouse. All right, we'll just tip this down here. This is actually like my new favorite build. And like I said, guys, lag free, 260 frames per second. I'm just shunting boxes, no problem. And you can see there, I love the way that it just grabs that. But as you can see, guys, it is essentially the infinite warehouse. It is a never-ending warehouse of crates. There will always be more crates to... that one is really bouncing around. Sometimes, if it bounces too much, just unweld it and restart the game. All right, perfect. That one's good now. Oh, there we go. Claiming that next box. Excellent. But anyways, guys, as you can see, an infinite wave of crates, which definitely makes it a lot of fun and a lot of awesome to have in a lag-free experience. So make sure you hit those buttons down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.